everybody. Hope you're doing good today. I'm doing all right. Apparently, we have a hole in the space-time continuum again. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I moved my camera. I don't know. There we go. Fixed it. I fixed the rip in space-time just by moving my camera. Yeah. So I hope y'all's doing good. I'm doing all right today. Got a little bit of a headache, which the eye doctor said was because my eyes are so terrible. So that's probably what it is. We got several people here in the chat. We got Mecca McCheese. We got Ashton Jackal. We got Muttman. We got Michael. Hey guys, I hope you're doing good. And just wanted to say, me and Ashton Jackal had a disagreement on Twitter this morning. I hold no ill will toward him, and we're allowed to disagree. And if I ever disagree with any of you guys and I unfollow you on Twitter, it's not because I'm just giving us time to chill out. I'm not escalating anything. Most of you guys are on a list. I have a private list where I follow my cool people, and when I get ready and stop being upset, and because I don't want to say anything to hurt anybody. You guys don't know how much. Sometimes I get mad and say things, which it makes me feel really bad. So don't feel bad. If I unfollow you, give it a couple days, things will be right back to normal. I just don't want to escalate anything or make anybody feel bad. So I love all you guys. You guys are good people. Oh, we're talking about Sonic here in the chat. Mecca McCheese says that he really liked it and he's going to go see it. Going to see it twice. Ashton Jackal says when my daughter's old enough, I'll watch it with her. I want to watch it with my nephews. I'm going to see if they want to go this weekend. And Ashton Jackal says something I totally agree with. The part I'm looking forward to is Jim Carrey acting over the top again. That's what I've been wanting to see. This looks like a movie. Jim Carrey, it looks like a role he would have played in the 90s. Which is, that's the best era of Jim Carrey. Well, 94 when he had 3 movies out at one time. So I'm really looking forward to that. Muttman says, fix the space hole. That's right. We can't have that in there. Michael says, waiting to take my 2 sons to it. We only get 1 movie a week in our theater, though. Yeah, we only get 2 here, but we got Sonic opening day, which is pretty cool. So we got Shabby in the chat. What's up, Shabby? Got good people here. Glad to have you here. Good times, good times, good times. So let's look at a couple of projects today. The same old ones that we always look at. Mecca McCheese says, I was expecting Jim Carrey to be nuts, and he was still surprising. That's awesome. I really look forward to that movie. The one thing about it was I did not realize who done the voice of Sonic. I remember seeing that dude from Parks and Recreation, and he was so annoying. And when I figured out he was the voice of Sonic, which when I see Sonic and hear the voice, I think it's good. But when I saw that dude, I was like, oh no, I hated his character so much on Parks and Recreation. Well, we got Pickles in here. We got Eric Hawkins in here. What's up, guys? Hope y'all's doing good. We're getting ready. We were just talking about Sonic. So Chevy says been receiving some good messages on Twitter. Good folks out there. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Oh man. But let's look at some stuff. We got Legends of the Lone Wolf. Now the reason I'm bringing this up is it's still in demand, but I'm putting the book together. We're working on it. We'll get everything in order, and hopefully, I'm gonna get it printed. I'm gonna get me a proof printed, and we'll look it over. We'll send out a couple PDFs to let everybody check everything, make sure it looks good. But we're going to start wrapping this thing up. We want to get it done. We're tired of it. It's ready for it to go out into the world to be free. So I just want to talk about that for a second and let y'all know that's happening. You still got time to get it now. If you want to get it, now is the time, because here in probably a week or 2, I'm closing it down. Probably next week actually. The comic book hut will continue for everybody who let's see, let's go down. to support the troops. If you back that, you're going to get a sketch from Comic Book Hut, and he's going to match the number of books we send out. We're sending 4 to Operation Gratitude. He will send 4 books, and he will send you a drawing. So you still got till the 28th to do that. After that, it's closed down. We're done. That's when it ends. So if you want that, make sure to jump on that. That's a good thing for good people. So then we look at the Napalm Brothers. We are at $1,202, 240% funded. $300 more till we get the ash can unlocked. We've got 37 days. I believe we're going to hit it. I believe it's going to be good. We got Mallet in the chat. What's up, Mallet? So, same thing with this one. If you do the support the troops, we're sending 10 copies of Napalm Brothers. We got 2 people here. You'll get a sketch from Comic Book Hut, and he will match the number of copies that go out. So we're sending 10. He's sending 10 books. That's pretty cool. So if you like to look at this book, it looks like something that you're into. You like indie comics and punk rock looking stuff, go check this out. Let me drop a link here, and just in case. You never know. This might be like, oh, I'd like to check that out. There ain't no link. There's the link. Go check it out. So, Legends of the Lone Wolf, Napalm Brothers, you can get them sketches from the Comic Book Hut. And I just want to say, I appreciate the Comic Book Hut for doing that. Don't care how you feel about Comic Book Hut. Comic Book Hut is a good guy. He's been good to me. He's helped out on this book behind the scenes. Doesn't ask for anything in return. He's been completely honest, and I appreciate that. You know, he's a good dude. You know, doesn't matter what you think about Richie or where Richie is or him and EVS's feud. It doesn't matter. Now let's go on to Saving the World. Now this is by Tonic Mole, and he is 540%. That's $540, 108% funded with 23 days to go. I honestly believe that we can double this, if not more, in that time. This is one that you definitely need to go check out. This is one of my Comics Underground homies. You can go to the Comics Underground and read a short book by him and Tony Sizzle. Tony Sizzle is the Rizzle Dizzle. So go check that out. It's easy to find. I'll drop at the comicsunderground.com. But seriously, this is a great looking book with some cool characters. And I really like the story. I don't know if we've talked about the story. I know I've talked about the book a lot. But we'll go over it real quick right here. Characters. Kira. By day, 19-year-old Kira is the mild-mannered cashier at Big Burger. By night, she's an awkward ginger nerd hanging out at Hall of Legends comics and collectibles. That is till one night her life takes a dramatic turn for the heroic. Nora. As a wannabe fashion designer and aimless college dropout, Nora lives with her boyfriend while struggling to find her place in the world. However, nothing cures uncertainty like a heaping helping of superpowers. On October 3rd at 10:30 p.m., the National Astronomical Detection Agency detected a massive global disturbance. Though the disruption lasted mere seconds, its effects would be immediately felt by hundreds of thousands of people and change life on Earth forever. Oh, excuse me. I mean, what is on my nose? That's where I'm looking up, and the green screen's crapping out on me. And that's my mom in the chat right there. Say hey, Mom. But anyways, let's go back to reading about Tonic Mole's comic book. All across the globe, people reported strange mutations, some as simple as a six finger or outlandish as our hero Kira, who developed unlimited super strength. This is where our story begins in the early days of a world frantically trying to make sense of the unimaginable. The rise of a world of gods and monsters and the heroes that protect it. So this is a really cool book. So go and check this out. Tonic Mole's a really cool guy, and I want to see his book succeed. Now here we got Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini's book, which had a goal of $2,000, and they're destroying it at $12,084 with 535 backers. That's common America. We've watched the video almost every day with my music on it, so I'm not going to subject you to that today. But I will drop the link there. So you got the link to both of these. Everybody's saying hi to my mom, saying, hey, hey. So go check this one out. And then I've been talking about this one. No, I've Ash and Jackal, I've been having, I have a lot of sinus problems, and I'm always coughing or got mucus or something. So it's not being sick, it's just regular old things from running around outside here in Tennessee. Now we have right here the Zombieful World of Oz #2, No Rest for the Wicked. Now, this is Eric Hawkins, who's in the chat almost every day. This book is coming out. We're going to be looking at issue 1 here in a day or two. I'm not sure which day I wanted to do it. And but right now this is his preview page. What you need to do is go look at it and hit saved on there, so that way when it launches you can go check it out. So there's the link to that. So go check all this stuff out. It's good stuff by good people. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. Now, Mom's got me thinking about looking up where that gets on my face and ruins everything. So, now I'm going to try to adjust my camera where it'll stop doing that. Now I've just ruined everything. I've ruined it. I've ruined it. It's burnt. Oh, man. Maybe that's alright. It's just weird because it's going pointing up at me now. Oh, man. If you, what is today? I don't even know what day it is. I went in last night and worked a 16-hour shift, so I was gone all evening. And it really makes me confused on what day it is sometimes. Sometimes I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday or... And my days off have been switched around. And so usually I would be off. Today's Wednesday. Usually I'm off today and tomorrow. But I'm having to work today and tomorrow, and I'll be off Friday. Then I have to work until Wednesday again. So Eric Hawkins says, woohoo! I'm excited about my second issue. 44 pages of Oz and lions and tigers and zombies. Oh my. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to get to, I'm actually going to read the issue 1 here. And we're going to go look over a couple pages and stuff on it. Really looking forward to that. My mom says, I could tell you some good embarrassing stories, but Doug knows where I live. Yeah, I can throw a rock and hit Mom's house, so she better watch out. You better watch out, Mom. So everybody, like, we were talking about Sonic when the thing first opened. And Macon McCheese says Sonic is really good, and I'm really looking forward to that. I want to go see it. Mom, you want to go see Sonic this weekend? See if Mom wants to go and take my nephews and go and have a good time. So, Got a message on my phone. Just a bunch of nonsense. Just a bunch of nonsense. Anyways, wow, I got stuff pulled up here on my computer. We'll look at the Comics Underground. And the cool thing about the Comics Underground, let's see what the chat's saying real quick. Eric Hawkins says Billy Tucci said he liked the first issue so much it made him angry he didn't think of it. That is awesome, man. I know the first time I ever saw it, I'm not sure who shared it. It was floating around on Twitter quite a while back, and I was like, man, that was a really good idea. Let's see. We got on Matt C in the chat. What was he saying? I lost it. Mom will always go see Sonic movies with her kids. Love moms. We got Matthew Reese in here, and he says Sonic is way better than it ought to be. Mac and Cheese still talking about how it was the greatest. Nap is in here. What's up, Nap? He says Sonic was genuine and wholesome fun. Surprisingly loved it. That is so cool. That is so cool. Glad to hear that. So we're looking at the Comic Underground, and I'm going to do an update here after I get done streaming. I got some stuff to add, and this is another thing. If you have an underground indie comic, whatever you want to call it, and you want to list it on here, shoot me a message on Twitter. And there's a small group of us that kind of, we don't really run things. We're not really, but just like we run things by each other. So if you got a book that you want to go up there, shoot it over to me. I'll talk to the group about it, and if we all are okay with it, and you're not like a war campaign weirdo, or like, you're gonna get on here and talk about how great CG is and CG only and stuff like that, then we probably won't post it. Which, if you like CG and your war campaign, what are you doing here? I have no problem with CG people. Some of them's good people, but as all in all, I don't want to be attached to that. So yeah, like I said, if you got something you want to be listed, just shoot it over to me. We'll look at it and we'll get back to you. But I've got a couple of new free comics to list. I've got another one from Ideal Comics that needs to go up here, so we'll be listening to that. But you can read Lone Wolf in black and white for free. You can read Sober by Tonic Mole and Tony Sizzle. Expositioner Chasing a Whisper by the Ideal Comics crew. And we've got Vestry by Shabby in here. Now, this isn't the one that Pickles worked on. This is like his zero issue, and it was written by Crypto Comics, and my audio's messed up. Hang on. There we go. Is that better? Is that better, everybody? I hope I fixed it. I tried. Let me know. I'll go back to talking about what I said. Y'all's a little bit behind me, 'cause I'm running through the Streamlabs interface, and alright. Yeah, that's where I'm floating through space, and it's probably, like Muttman says, it's bouncing off Saturn and it's causing some frequency issues. But anyways, if you got a book and you want to be listed on here, if you got something free, you got a zero issue or anything like that and you want listed on here, let me know. Like I said, there's Lone Wolf, issue 1, black and white, Sober by Tonic Mole and Tony Sizzle. We got Expositioner, Chasing a Whisper, and we've got Vestry. And now, like I said, this isn't the Vestry that is written by Pickles. This is the one that was done by Crypto and Slick Jimmy. And it's their zero issue, kind of a introduction to this character in this world. So these are all free to read. You can read these for free. I've got another one from the Ideal Comics guys will be posted. And then I had somebody submit a couple this morning, and we were looking over. Well, actually, I guess it's last night, and we're looking over, and we'll be posting them here in a little bit. So, free comics to read. This is all underground stuff. You know, we're not mainstreamers. We're not trying to emulate the mainstream. We're all doing our own thing. So go give it a look and see if you like it. Now, on crowdfunding comics, here's Saving the World, Legends, Lone Wolf, Napalm Brothers. We'll be adding some more on here, and there's a couple people I'm actually going to reach out to and ask them if they're okay if we list their stuff up here, because I'm not going to speak for anybody, and really all of us, like I said, we're underground. That's the only affiliation, only kind of label, and it's not a label, it's not a group, it's just a word that we use to describe what we do and how we feel. So if you got anything you want to post up there, let me know. Crowdfunders coming up, whatever. Books for sale, you got a Etsy link, whatever. Let me know. We'll put stuff up. Now we have the Friends of the Underground, and of course we got Gravestone Press over here, which is me and my dudes making comic books. And then we got Ideal Comics over here, and that's Matt Reese and his group of dudes making comic books. These are some good dudes over here. Go check out their stuff. They're doing web comics, just straight up indie guys who just want to make comics. Mom says I talk with my hands. I do, and I believe I get that from some people in my family who do it a lot too. I think it's where I'm a ninja and I karate chop when I talk. I'm like, look over there at that. It's really cool. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to open that there on the screen. I didn't mean to click that. So go check out the website. It's cool. Got cool stuff on it. Like Action Jackal says, take a minute to hit the like button. If there's an artist who wants to find work, could that get on this website? Yeah, I mean, the website's always growing. We're going to add new stuff. We're talking about adding a gallery. So maybe then if you got a couple pieces you want to post, we can put a gallery up, post your stuff in your contact info, and if somebody wants to reach out to you, they totally could. This is just all about promoting underground comics, guys. It's not about, kissing somebody's butt and conforming to a group and that kind of stuff. It's just all about having fun, making friends. See, one thing, Tonic Mole is one of the dudes, and Tony Sizzle, and Matt Reese. These guys all the time shooting me ideas about stuff we can add. So if Mecha McChee says we need like an artist Craigslist, that would be pretty cool. Maybe we can do that, and maybe we can also post like a message board, like an old school message board where people can post ads, say, hey, I'm looking for something. Do that. I'm willing to do whatever. We're just trying to make something cool. It's making money is cool, but I have more fun making comic books. If I can make a little bit of money, that's awesome, but if I don't, I'm not going to cry about it. It's all about enjoying what you do. It's like if you enjoy going fishing, you don't think, well, I'm going to go fishing and make a bunch of money when I go fishing. That's probably the last thing on your mind. It's kind of the same way when I make stuff like this. It'd be nice to make money, but it's not the same. Yeah, comics list. Be like Craigslist for comic book people. Yeah. Yeah, Shabby says it's great to be unified and help out each other, but still not have someone talk for the whole group. Being labeled as something you can't control is dangerous. That's exactly right, because there was one label, and it turned into one guy speaking for the whole group, and lots of things he was saying I did not agree with at all, and so I couldn't use that label anymore. You can't do stuff like that. Like Underground Comics is not a group. It's just a name. It's just a term. And the Comics Underground is just a hub. And Pickle says we're all friends here and we don't control what our friends do. That's exactly right. Pickles can say, well, Sonic is stupid and I hate Sonic, and you can't hold me accountable for that. just because I'm friends with him on the internet. And just be like, well, that's Pickle's opinion. Be like, well, Pickles use the same hashtag you do. Like, so what? But see, that's the thing. Where we don't do that, then it actually is easier. Shabby says, I'd love to make enough money from selling fish so I can spend my time fishing, but I don't need more than that. Oh, Shabby. Oh, Shabby. Shabby. Oh. Yeah. I don't know why I picked that up. I'm kind of bored. Axel's asleep. I've had him out all morning. He was excited to see me this morning. When I was gone for 16 hours, he was really excited. I come in and he was just happy, and I took him out. We walked around, and then we come back in, ate some breakfast, went back out, walked him around, and then we went for a ride. I rode him around. He come back in and he's tired. He went laid on his bed and passed out. I got a new leash finally. I had one of those short training leashes, and I finally got one of those fancy ones, the retractable ones. Man, it is so cool to walk him now. It don't tangle up, and he can run out far. And I don't know. I just really like it a lot better. So Reese says we are all just friends. They get drunk and punch each other in the face. Well, I don't do that. I yell and holler at some of these guys sometimes, and I disagree. But it happens. If today proves from our talk, then I don't know what would. I mean, like I said, I might get upset and unfollow people on Twitter for a little while. But that's, like I said, I don't want to say things on the internet that makes me upset later. I don't want to fight. I don't want to escalate anything. So I try to remove myself from the equation and come back with a calm down. Because I like you guys. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to kiss each other's butts. But I don't want to say something in anger that I'll regret later. Eric Hawkins says, friends don't let friends make bad memes about decent people. That's exactly right. That's another place where I draw the line. Now, old Melter, which he's not in here, he makes some spicy memes there on Twitter, and I know I wouldn't post them. I don't approve of them, but Melter's his own person. Whatever Melter does, Melter can do. It's America. If you don't like it, block him. But I'm not going to sit around and justify, well, you see, it's just a meme. You need to get thicker skin. If you don't like it, block it and move on. Nap says, how am I supposed to know who to hate if we don't use hashtags? Well, I mean, I can start on my show every day. You can start super chatting me, and I'll tell you who to hate. Oh, man. I prefer not to hate anybody. I don't really need any enemies, especially over the internet, over comic books. I'd rather have a real life enemy, somebody I can see and get mad at and punch them in the face. I don't like this fighting online and stuff. Matthew Reese says, in truth, it's been years since I was in a decent fist fight. Man, I can't remember the last time I was ever in a fight. It's been a while. Well, unless you count work, but that don't really count because I didn't get a fight. I just got punched a bunch of times. I just got to block and move and use CPI. If you know what CPI is, it's not any fun. Oh, so Mom said something about going Friday and taking the boys to see Sonic. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Hopefully they can go. I got a couple free Lone Wolf books to send out. Some people to back some stuff. I actually think that Making McCheese is one of them. He says, I'm big enough that I don't need to fight people anymore. People don't, this is one thing. People don't want to fight me because I'm 6'2", and I used to be 6'2" and like 250 pounds. Now I'm 6'2" and 6,000 pounds, but it's all muscle. That's a lie. But people just never have wanted to fight me because I'm bigger than most people. Reese says CPI certified here too. I think my certification ran out this year, but I don't need it anymore. There was a while that I needed it, and when things were rough. Matt C says, I've never been in a fist fight, and I think it severely held me back developmentally. Well, just come over here and we'll fight. You'll probably beat me up because I don't know, I'm getting old. Anymore, I can go outside and twist the wrong way, and I'm down in my back. So, probably just take like a punch, and I'll be like, oh, crippled. Now, see, I think me and Making McCheese would have a good fight. He'd hit me about 3 times, and I'd get tired. So, he says I'm enjoying dinner a little too much lately. Well, my big thing is the last couple of years, I got this job where I do a lot of sitting around. And so I sit around a lot. Since I've got Axel, I get out and move around more. But once it got cold, I hardly ever, we'll go out and take him to poops or something to come back in. He doesn't get exercise like he needs. So hopefully when it warms up, start taking him on some more walks. Matthew Reese says he's 6'2" and 245, so me and him about the same height. And I outweigh him, though. I'll just fall on him. Shabby says, let's start a fight club. Eric Hawkins says 5'10", 250 pounds. Making McCheese says, I throw a punch or two and get winded, honestly. I could throw a couple punches without getting winded, but man, like I said, I'd be down in my back. I'd throw one punch and just like twist the wrong way, and I'd be crippled. There's days I can take off and I can walk. I could walk an hour and it never bother me. There's other days I can get up and turn and it's like back. It's like crippled. Instant broken. Ashton Jacob says, I used to fight a lot when I was getting to around 30 fights. I finally lost one. I know at that point I just stopped being so eager. My Pickles says, I'll at someone but then offer to buy them a beer or a cup of tea. Punch someone. Yeah, Pickles, but you're British. British people, you guys drink too much tea and beer. Eric Hawkins says, we're awesome. Hawkins Park big boys. That's right. Making McCheese says, I hurt myself getting up out of bed lately. Man, I very rarely even get to sleep in my bed. I'll come home from work and I usually fall asleep in a recliner. Got this recliner that was here. I live in my grandma and grandpa's old house. But the recliner has been here since I was a kid. Nobody really sat in it that much. But I've been sitting in it and it's just falling apart. But it's so comfortable, I'll just lean back in it and just fall asleep. And that's where I sleep most of the time anymore. I slept in the bed Sunday night and ended up sleeping like all night. And I slept so long that when I got up, I was stiff as a board. Like my back was stiff and my arms and stuff. And it's no fun. Shabby says Pickles has a sneaky fight technique where he spills hot tea in your face. That's funny. Old hot tea. Where he throws crumpets at you. No way I would waste great tea, coffee more like. What kind of tea do you drink? I don't understand what English tea is. If I'm going to drink tea, I like green tea. That's my favorite. I haven't made it in a while. I've got like one of those Keurig things. You can make like a single cup, and I'll take a packet of green tea and just pour the water through and let the hot water, let it sit there and steep. That's what I like. Love green tea. Knapp says pocket sand is my preferred fighting method. Hey, this is something that this is what I live by. There is no such thing as a fair fight. Yeah, there we go. We got us a new hashtag. Hashtag dugcast fight club. But there's no such thing as a fair fight, and anything you can do to give yourself an edge is fair. That's why these days I'm old. And if I'm going to fight and I'm losing, I'm going to use one of these. Like, And a lot of times I carry a gun. So, Pickle says Yorkshire tea is the best. I'll have to try some sometime. Eric Hawkins says Earl Grey. I've had Earl Grey and I actually like it. Ashton Jackal says I miss my grandmother's house. Family sold it off instantly on her death. Yeah, man. When I first moved in here, it was just like constant, like these flashbacks, and sometimes it still is. Which I've changed the house. Excuse me. I've changed the house around because I didn't want it to look the same, and plus it's some of the old furniture's here, but most of it I got rid of. But sometimes, like I'll just wake up and walk through the house and look, and it's like just a flashback to being a kid. This room I'm in right now, it's just this little built-on room here on the front, and over here we used to have an entertainment system, and we would sit in here and play Nintendo and stuff, and there's a little window. And I remember Grandma used to cook breakfast, and she'd look through the window, and she'd tell us breakfast was ready and all this stuff. So, I kind of have flashbacks on that stuff. Matthew Reese says, okay, people, I got a bail on my way out. I'm going to shield my appearance tonight on Doug Ernst's show. Hey, man, have a good time talking to Doug Ernst. He's a good dude. If I'm around that time, I'll try to watch it. Making McCheese says, if you get in a street fight, you should be fighting to disable your opponent by any means necessary. That's right. As far as just like, if I got in a fight with one of my buddies, I wouldn't pull a knife or a gun or anything. But if it's some weirdo on the street, you got to be ready. You got to be ready you don't ever know what these weirdos want, and lots of people get killed or kidnapped and all kind of other crazy stuff. Eric Hawkins says, I actually like tea with milk and honey, and it sounds gross, but tastes great. Tony Sizzle says Reese has great discussions. I love going on his show, even though like I had to cancel one time, then last time I was late. But he's a really cool dude. He's got really strong opinions, but they're all well thought out. And even if I don't agree with him sometimes, he kind of persuades me to come around to his way of thinking, just because he's put a lot more time into thinking about things than I have. I had him on here a couple Fridays back. I think this Friday what I'm going to do, if any of you guys are around, we'll drop the link Friday. I'll drop it in the chat. Maybe get a couple of you guys on. So we got Tonic Mole in chat. Hey buddy, we was talking about your book earlier, and I read the little synopsis there and read about the characters. So giving some people some insight on your story. Make it when she says fight to kill, fight to live. That's exactly right. My Pickle says I'll dual wield some butter knives. You can't even have butter knives. I was reading a while back, a dude got arrested for carrying a potato peeler in public. You bunch of weirdos. I got the letter opener right here. You probably ain't allowed to have a letter opener. I tell you what, Pickles. I was thinking the other day, if I could find a way, I want to send you some biscuits and gravy through the mail. And the only way I can think of it is to send you a recipe for the biscuits, but get some gravy mix and send it through the mail and have you make it. Then eat biscuits and gravy so you can tell everybody how great they are. Because that's how it is. In case you guys were missing a couple minutes ago, someone dropped the link Friday in the chat. So if any of you guys are around Friday, get in here and we'll talk comics and all this other stuff and nonsense. Whatever you want to talk about. because that's how it be, yo. Tony Sizzle says open carry in Sweet Home, Alabama. I can open carry, but I have my carry permit. Here in Tennessee, it's not a concealed carry permit. It's a carry permit. So that means you can carry concealed or open, whichever you want. So I don't open carry very often because people are really weird about it. But I do carry a gun almost everywhere I go. And like what's crazy is usually I was carrying a Glock 19. And not because I'm a Glock fanboy or anything, but just because it's lighter than my 1911. Even though my 1911 is my favorite gun ever. And here lately I bought this little Taurus 38 revolver. And super light, super easy to carry. I just throw it in my pocket. And I carry a gun everywhere I go. Tonic Mole says we got open carry, but no one does it because only psychopaths carry guns around. That's right, dude. I'm insane. Completely insane. Michael says you can get biscuits and gravy in Mountain House dehydrated food packs. Pickles, you might call them scones. I don't care what you call them. But also, you need to eat this stuff because you like it. And you like bad stuff anyway. So, trying to get you to eat good stuff. It will make you feel good on the inside. I'm wanting to find a game to play on my thing. Let me plug in my controller. Yeah, but I got some cool guns. I actually got I don't know, let me go get it. I'm gonna show you guys a gun. A real man's gun. You guys got me talking about guns. I'm gonna get flagged off YouTube now. Somebody will be like, he was threatening violence. Eric Hawkins says, me and my cousin was going shooting in Tennessee and we had to stop by the gas station. He said, put the Glock on your hip. You're not in Illinois. He was liberated. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Mountain House is freeze dried, not dehydrated, says Tony Sizzle. Shabby says, here's the thing I don't get because I hate stuff on me or in my pockets. Just can't be comfortable. I can barely accept my phone and my wallet. Well, see, the thing is, Shabby, is I'm 35 years old. And when I was younger, we wore baggy pants. So we didn't wear these really tight sissy pants that everybody wears now. You could actually put stuff in your pockets without killing you. But Matt C says, I'm excited about gun talk. Tony Sissel says, he's going to get a gun. So, this is the one I was talking about. This is a cheap gun. I bought this off of a dude for $150. It's a Taurus 38 Special. And 38 is not very powerful, but it's a little scary looking when you see it. It's bigger than 9mm. But it's slow. It's weak. You don't have a lot of kick. But this thing here, it's got like a fiber optic sight on it. Real easy to see. Real easy to shoot. I can throw this in my pocket and barely even notice it's there. Honestly, it weighs like if I had 2 cell phones in my pocket, it might weigh a little bit more than that. But I throw this in my pocket and carry it if I don't feel like carrying my Glock. Now, this is the gun I went to get because, and a lot of people think this is fake. But this is not. This is a copy of a Colt 1852 Navy. Which is like the coolest gun ever. And if you looked at Lone Wolf, this is Lone Wolf's gun. This is the gun that Lone Wolf has. And the cool thing about it is this one will actually shoot a 38 Special. but it was actually originally chambered in 38 Colt, which is the same thing as this, but shorter and super weak. But another place you might have seen this gun is the outlaw Josie Wales. He carries a gun like this. And so, I really like it. I know you just can't see it real good. If you go to my YouTube, go back through the videos, there's a video of me shooting it. And a lot of people say, oh, you're not supposed to have your finger on the trigger. Well, this is a single action. And it's not going to do anything unless you've got it cocked. That's how it works. So in those movies, and another thing is, this one's not loaded. I don't keep this one loaded. You half cocked. It's not loaded. So, and you see the cowboy movies when they're shooting it real fast, what they're doing is they're holding the trigger down and they're fanning that hammer. I'm teaching y'all how to be a cowboy. But yeah. One reason Lone Wolf had this gun is because I loved it, and then I had one. I had a copy. So, what's everybody saying? Michael says we got strict gun laws up here, and anti-gunners are still trying to ban everything. Shabby says I'm mostly in gym shorts. Shabby, anymore, that's all I wear when I go to work and stuff. So, I don't really like carrying one then. If I'm wearing a jacket, I throw it in my jacket pocket. I can carry it in shorts pocket. I got another cool thing I'll show you that I can carry a gun. What I do, I don't know where to lay this gun at. Got too much stuff in here. I'll move this gun and lay that gun down. I'll show you guys this trick. You can learn something about us tricky Tennesseans. I got this thing right here. It's really cool. Look, it's just a piece of elastic. You throw it around your gut, wrap it around. You know, actually, if I wanted to, I could totally be like Chewbacca. Wear it like this. Well, you know, you just put it on, put it under your shirt, and your gun goes right here. So, right there, you carry a gun under your shirt if you want to wear gym shorts or whatever. No big deal. No big deal. I carry it like that every once in a while. Terrasick in the chat says I prefer my XD40. Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't my chosen. I carry this one because of the ease of use, or just it's so light. I would rather carry my Glock 19, and if it wasn't super heavy, I'd actually rather carry my 1911 all the time. I'll show you guys that one day. Tonic Mole says you could take down the bat wing with that. Yeah, I could, couldn't I? Be like, Revolver Ocelot. Eric Hawkins has got a Glock 22 Winchester Model 37 12 gauge and a Webley. Hey, those old Webleys are really cool. I've got a 1911 Glock 19. This gun, that gun. I've got an AR-15, couple lowers. I bought my trailer. It's been converted to a little camper. But I traded the dude 2 guns and some money for it. So one of the guns I got rid of was a Smith & Wesson. What is that model? I can't remember what it's called, but it's a little one. Had a laser on it. It was 45. It was a really cool little carry gun. I really liked it. But it was the one I was okay to get rid of. Traded it in a Mossberg 500 Shockwave toward that trailer. Like I said, I'm okay with that. The 1911 will always be my favorite pistol. I actually really want to, since we're talking about guns, I don't know how many of you guys actually care about. I mean, we got several people in here that care about guns. I know some of you guys Probably I might as well be speaking like Mandarin or something. But let's see. There we go. I'm really excited about this new gun, and I really want one. I just don't know if I can afford it. Chevy says if I were to get a gun, I'd like a rifle that has the turn-later reloading pull system. Oh, a lever action rifle. Yeah, those are really cool. I want to get one, but I want to get one. I'd actually like to get one in 357 so I could shoot 38 special out of it. So I would have the pistol and the rifle in the same caliber. And that's another thing. I need to get me a belt. And that's right. That's right. Tarsik, I guess is how you say your name. Maybe if I'm pronouncing it wrong, just let me know. But it says barter is king south of the Mason-Dixon line. That's right, dude. If you got guns, you can trade guns for almost everything. Back before I was into guns, I'd get aggravated because every time I tried to sell something, somebody tried to trade me guns. And now it's like, you know, hey, somebody's like, you want to trade? It's like, do you got any guns? But this is what I'm wanting as far as pistol goes. This is Ruger's version of the FN 57, the Ruger 57. Shoots the little 5.7 cartridge. This thing is so cool. Holds 20 rounds. Single action like a 1911. Now this over here is lame, state compliant with a 10-round magazine. Poop on 10-round magazines. You know, the 20 rounds where it's at. That's what I'm wanting. The only thing is they're like $650. See, the MSRP is $799, but you can get them for about $650. I just don't have the extra money to spend on that. If you guys want to like start a GoFundMe and get that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Eric Hawkins says, my dad sold his M1 carbine at a yard sale in the 70s. How times have changed. That's right, man. You can't even hardly do that now. There's a local site here in the South called Gun Owners Club. And you can get on there and search for people that's got guns for sale and stuff. And almost every time you meet up somebody, they're like, they want to know if you've got your carry permit. Because usually that means you've already went through a background check. You're good to go. So, you know, I just show up, show them that. We trade, sell, whatever. It's good. Tonic Mole says, I couldn't shoot the side of a barn with a pistol. You could. This, especially with this right here. The longer it is, the easier it is to shoot. Like I said, I got a video. Let me see if I can find that video. We'll watch it. And I'll show you guys where I was shooting. YouTube. Let's see. Weapons of Lone Wolf. Doug Garrett. 1851. I said 1852, but apparently it's 1851. Kind of a revolvers. Let's see. I don't want to show myself reloading the thing or loading it. I want to show you guys what it looks like when I shoot it. This is a 30 modern style. Here, I'll go ahead and display that, and you guys can. Now we're gonna shoot it. Now I'm going to show you how this thing works. Sorry for the video too, it's ultra windy. I may or may not hit it. I'm not a cowboy, I'm just some dude. But always wear hearing protection. These Tell people wear the hearing protection. Now to fire this pistol, you have to cock the hammer every time. So you'll see me cocking the hammer before I fire. So here we go. You guys just watch me shoot. Bam! I used to shoot all the time as a kid in Florida, but I haven't in years. Got to pick up something to shoot again, but I don't know where to start anymore. Well, these days, man, there's so many affordable weapons. We had a misfire, like cheaper guns. Back around. See if it Honestly, if you want something just to shoot for fun, go and get a 22 single action pistol. You can get
Fast, shot her dead, buried that girl in the shallow grave. No more will I be her slave.
Okay, now unload this thing. It's got a. If you heard that song and you liked it, that's a song I did called "Shoot Her Dead," and it's pretty cool. Let's skip ahead. Let's stop listening to me talk about a bunch of stupid crap. The movie's doing this. What we're gonna do? Cowboy shooter. We're gonna right hold the trigger. We're gonna fan the hammer. You're not gonna be very accurate like that, but it's gonna look cool. There's me. Woo! Hooray for me! You see, Theo! I didn't mean hit that, Theo! But, yeah, if you're just looking for something to shoot for fun, let me point you in the right direction. Oh, man. Let's see. See if I can find one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're down to 9 viewers. I don't think everybody was into the gun talk today. But I like gun. I like guns. Alright, now here we go. Now this here is PalmettoStateArmory.com. You can order anything from here and have it sent to your local gun shop. Most pawn shops have their license, so you can always ask if they're selling guns. You know, you might be able to send them there. But this right here, this is the long barrel one. We should be able to find some shorter ones. But see, like this is the one. This one's just this is just hysterical. It's absolutely ridiculous. But it's $169 for this ridiculous thing. But a lot of the time they have the regular ones. Let's go down. Let's see. If you want to pretend to be a cowboy, let's see if we can find some more. See, this one here is the short barrel with the bird's head. You want to pretend to be a cowboy. This is like the Doc Holliday style. Shut up, Skinny. I'm trying to do my show about guns now. $139. Of course, this one's only got 1 star. Somebody probably didn't like that handle. The handle's kind of rough if you're shooting. I'd say 22 mag's not that fun out of it. 22, super cheap to shoot. Same with 22 mag. You just want to shoot it for fun. This is the kind of gun you get. Something like this. Or the bigger ones. Let's see. They got some normal size ones on here. This one's about the size of my pistol. Or my pistol's a 38. This one. Open this daggum thing up. There we go, finally. See, this is $150. Every once in a while, like here, look, here you go. This is what you need. $100. Heritage Rough Rider 22 long rifle, 6.5 inch revolver blue. It's going to be something like this, except it shoots 22, and the weight of those things is definitely 22 don't have no kick anyways, but it's definitely going to be easy to shoot. You can pretend to be a cowboy. The only difference is with those and this one doesn't have a safety. It's a direct model of what you see, you know, direct copy of what you see back then. On those, they have a safety, like where the loading gate is here. Try not to point this at my face just because. Where this one has a loading gate that flips down and you load it. It's got the opposite thing. It's got one over here too that acts as a safety. So if you're looking for a cheap gun to shoot, that's not bad. I actually think about ordering one of those all the time, even though there's 2 of them at my dad's house. He's got one, and then I've got my grandpa's old one. My grandpa's is cool because it's stainless. We got Model 316. He says, I'm late for guns. You are, man. Been talking about guns all morning. Got the space gun. Little 38 special. Got the Lone Wolf gun. Been talking about Lone Wolf all morning. You won't get me excited about something that's talking about guns. Here in a few days, we're going to do a tribute to the troops, and it's going to have some AR-15 action. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Eric Hawkins says, I think Academy was giving those heritages away with a purchase of a Taurus a couple Black Fridays ago. Yeah, every once in a while, Palmetto State Armory does the same thing. It's like, buy this lower and get a heritage for free. So, pretty good stuff. If you're looking into building your own AR-15, Palmetto State Armory's pretty good there too. I built one for my brother. We bought one of their kits on sale and built it. It's pretty awesome. My AR-15 is a Ruger though, and it's pretty nice for what it is. You guys will get to see it in action here soon. It's gonna be great. But you guys don't keep up with Model 316 on Twitter. The dude has some really amazing stuff. He's making some really cool models, and I can't wait till he gets those done, so I can buy some. I want him to do something with me, but I need to talk and see if I can get this artist to do the artwork I need to do. Matt C says, "Wait, you can build your own AR-15?" Yeah, man, you can build an AR-15. AR-15s aren't very hard to put together. There's some little parts, and it's kind of big for my big monkey hands. But I put my brothers together and run a couple mags through it, and then we put it up. We need to dig it back out, shoot it, and tighten it up. So, Model 316 says I bought an upper from them last year. So, man, they had some uppers on sale a couple years ago, and I bought one, and I've got the lowers, but I need to buy a lower kit and build it. Eric Hawkins says Model has some sick stuff on Twitter. That's exactly right, he does. Model seems like a guy that could... Model, have you ever attempted to build an AR-15 lower? If you don't want to talk about it on here, that's fine. But I know some people build those, and it's really cool. I've seen polymer ones. Of course, they might not hold up like a aluminum one, but still. Oh man! So I've been streaming for over an hour. Appreciate you guys for hanging around when we talked about comic books and Sonic and guns. Guns is where it's at. I just recently got into knives. That's one reason I always show this thing off. And that's awesome, Model. I've got 2 strip lowers I need to build out. Nap says I'd flat out buy Model stuff. That Black Ops bun and Mr. Alpha T. Yeah, same, man. Those are so cool. I don't know if you guys... I've got this project the script is done. I'm thinking about reworking it, though, and making the first couple pages, stretching that out into like a 5-page ash can, and then doing the rest of the story as a book. But it's called Psychotron, and I've been wanting to work on it forever. And when I saw Models, the Jack Irons the other day, what I want to do is Psychotron, though. I want to do a soundtrack, because Psychotron is named after a Megadeth song. I want to do a soundtrack that's all like 80s, 90s, modern metal, a little bit of everything. And then I want to do the awesome artwork that's like Liefeld, like late 80s Image guys, but pre-Image when they were still working at Marvel and DC. I want the artwork to be like that. And then I think it would be awesome to have a statue. I actually would like to have an action figure, just to be honest. And it's just getting the stuff together and getting the money to get it done. I honestly believe this project would be huge if I could just get something out there to show people. I do have like a rough idea for what it should look like, but Model 316 says I have a crazy good set of armor. If it's for AR, I can hook you up. And anything like that would be cool. I don't know if I can even remember how to put one together now. I know I watched a bunch of videos before on YouTube, but the ones I used to watch have been taken down. And if I don't do something very often, I can't remember how to do anything. I actually want to mod my Glock 19. I'd like to take it all apart and stuff. I'm so bad with the tiny little pieces, though. It's like, and I don't ever use the right tools because I'm a moron. But yeah, talking about cyclotron and guns and stuff like that. I think I'm going to jump off here. I've been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes. And that's more than enough for a day. I'm going to go eat some lunch. And Axel's still asleep. He must be tired, poor little feller. But I'm going to go play with him and have a good time. Hope you guys have a good day today. And go outside and enjoy the day. It's beautiful here. Don't be a jerk on Twitter. Be fun. Have fun. Be friends. Good times. And I will see you tomorrow on... You see, Theo!